With all of that holiday spending looming ahead of us, money is on everyone's mind. And our friends at Barnum Financial are always ready with the best advice. And today, Barnum's senior financial planner, Anthony Truino, is answering your questions. Anthony, welcome back. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me again.
We knew you were coming in, so we asked viewers to email us their financial questions. We actually have quite a few of them. Should we get started?
Go right ahead.
Okay, let's start with the first one, and here it is. The question is, recently we inherited a large sum of money. I'm concerned when it's gone, I'll end up right where I started, living paycheck to paycheck. So what should I do first? What would you say in this case?
Call me.
Okay, that's one answer.
I think what you want to do is, first and foremost, is when you get a large sum of money, the first thought that comes to everybody's mind is, what can I pay off? What can I do? What haven't I done over time?
You want to spend it all.
You do. What you have to do is, and this would be a great time when someone does have a financial planner or a plan, it's very easy to just siphon that money into your strategy. If not, that's the time when you should say, hey, you know what, now is time for us to look to hire or sit down with someone to see what we can do, because there are probably some goals out there, and you can enjoy some of it, but you definitely don't want to go 5-10 years down the road and say, what happened to this large sum of money? So be smart and contact the right people. Just at least get some opinions, some advice of what you should do.
Sit down, get a plan together. Do you want to end up in the end having a little chunk of that change left over and not spending everything?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, let's take a look at our next question. It is, my daughter is 10 years old. I only have a few $1,000s in a savings account that I've put towards college. Am I too late in the game to put that into an account like a 529 plan or a Roth IRA? Is it too late at that point?
Well, here's what you want to take a look at. At 10, you probably, 7 to 8 years before your child's first year.
Right.
So with a 529 plan, you have great tax efficiency because you put the money in and it grows tax-free. And when you take it out for qualified college expenses, it's therefore tax-free. There are some fees associated with the 529. The other thing you have to be very, very careful of is, and a lot of grandparents, aunts and uncles, parents, they want to give these children gifts for college. They want to help them. What you have to be careful is that A, how do the parents of the child file for financial aid federally, and what school they're going to go to? I have seen circumstances where the gift actually hurts the financial aid, which could be substantially more than the gift.
Oh, that's good to know.
So you want to be careful there, and there's a lot of techniques that go into college planning. 529 is a great account, especially if you have a child or a grandparent, a parent or a grandparent that has a large sum of money where you can calculate and say, okay, well, Sonia, your child's 2, you have 16 years, if you put X amount in at a conservative rate of return, you should have enough money. That's fine, because chances are if you have those kind of dollars, you may not get the aid anyway, but you have to be very careful. Roth IRA, on the other hand, is a retirement account. It's after-tax money. Two things. For a child to have a Roth IRA, they have to have earned income. So you either have to have a small business where you're paying them or some kind of wage income. You can do it through allowances, things. You can get creative, but they have to have an income regardless. The parents also have to have an income, but they have to be within the threshold. So if you have a single parent or a married couple, they have to make sure their adjusted gross incomes are in the limits of the Roth contribution to be able to do it. The nice thing about a Roth is you can withdraw the contributions without penalty or tax, but you have to leave in the earnings.
Okay, that's a good benefit. Obviously, you want to start saving for college as early as possible, but for parents watching, when's the ideal time?
I would say immediately, because it depends. You never know. At 2 years old, you don't know if your child's going to go to UConn or Yale. But I'll tell you this much, at 48, 52, 53,000 for private school of that caliber today, 5-6% inflation, by the time your child goes, it's double.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the average cost that maybe today for a private school is $200,000 to $300,000, could be double in 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah, reality check. All right, let's check out the next question. It is, how important is long-term care insurance? At what point should you start thinking about that? You need to take a deep breath for that
well,
one.
It depends. Generally, people in their 40s, middle 40s, late 40s start looking at it. Long-term care, as much as a financial purchase, is an emotional purchase, and the reason it is because what you're really protecting is someone's dignity, and that they don't have to be taken care of, or they have the right proper care. A lot of people miss that. They go in and they want to say, well, here's what kind of policy, this is what it protects, and it's not about that. It's about not burdening your family members with having to take care. Or how about the simple fact of, I talked about this with my mother. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a skilled medical professional.
You want to make sure they're cared for.
What if she needs specific type of care? So it makes it very simple to say, listen, we know that you can have the right care, you can stay in your home as long as you possibly can with that, and we can cover your costs. And oh, by the way, we're going to help protect some of your financials that you work so hard for that you want to pass on. So that's a very emotional purchase. But with 1 out of 4 people needing it sometime in their life, I think it's something around, there's a high percentage of people before age 60 that actually use it. It's becoming more and more popular because of where the majority of the population ages.
More mainstream, yeah.
Of course.
All right, our next one is probably one that you've been hearing a lot this time of year. Is borrowing money for a 401k plan a smart idea?
There's no right or wrong answer to that. The bottom line is if you need to borrow dollars and you have money in your 401k, it's a way to loan your money to yourself, especially now at a very low interest rate. What you have to understand is you take that money out of the market. So when the market rebounds from negative 26% in March, exactly, you're buying in. So what I would tell you is that you try to control your debt. Everybody should try to control their debt. Is it the smartest place to go to? No, but if you have to, it could be the only choice.
Good advice. Once again, Anthony, thank you so much. And you can get all this advice by contacting Barnum Financial Group for yourself, especially if you came into that big inheritance like we were talking about, right, Anthony? Just come to our website. We have all the information there, WTNH.com. Click on the Connecticut Style link. Thanks.